Hello, I think we are live. It is, what day is it today? It's the 8th of July. It's a Wednesday. It is the evening, starting up a little bit earlier than normal at 7:30 because I was ready and I thought, why not? Let's go for it. I'm just going to check. We are live. Yep, looks like we are. That's great. Come and join us in the chat. If you go to the Models Mess, obviously, which is where you're watching it, and just pop some comments in there. We know that you're watching. I say we, it's just me at the moment. Nobody here. Steph's taking a day off or an evening off, and it's just myself. I'm going to load up the Modelers Mess so I can see any comments that come in, and I will be carrying on with my Ed 209 build, which I have been doing for many, many moons. There we go. Right, let's switch cameras because you don't want to see my face. And I do that by pressing these buttons in the series. There we go. Right, so that's what I'm doing next, this part. These are the top of the legs that make up the, if that's the foot, then it's this, the front of the shin, if you like. And this afternoon, I carried on a little bit after the sesh, and yeah. So what I so I did these two parts here, and then I forgot to put the joint in nicely. So it was just glued and it was just paper, and I realised that here is going to have all the weight of the beast right here. So what I did is I just popped it on the top, and then realized that it's not going to have enough movement, not enough strength, sorry. So there's foam card in here, and there's bamboo skewer in here, so those two are fine, but the joint wasn't good. So what I did with advice, I put some foam card through in here on each side of the bamboo cane that goes through here, bamboo skewer. And then there's two bamboo, cocktail sticks in that foam card sticking into there, and then that's all glued together. So that's going to make, once it's dry, it's still quite damp. Once it's dry, it's going to make quite a firm bit. It's got a bit of movement in it, but it's not, it's going to be good enough for the weight. But yeah, lots of detail on these things, isn't there? They're really good. Quite happy with those. They're huge too, Oh, we've got Gary has just arrived. Here we are. Hey, Gary.
How's it going, Malcolm?
Good. And then there were two. How are you?
Not so bad, thank you, Malcolm.
Super. So just me and you at the moment. Steph's he's put his feet up. So it's just you and I.
Right.
In the chat already, we have Mr. Thomas Charles. We are early. Yes. I thought, why not? Why not? We can finish early then, can't we? It's a Wednesday, half day. Yeah, it says evening fruit cakes. And I'll let Gary, you can read this, his chat out. So, does that even that in words? I think it's something to do with. It sounds like he sneezed or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Is it Dutch?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, probably something similar. Someone can translate it. Who's watching? So, what you got up to this afternoon, Gary?
Just a wee bit of dry fitting there on the cockpit.
Hang on. Let me try and press the button now. That's great. Look at that. Yeah, I'll zoom in. Why is it not working? Oh, there we go. Oh, right.
Done a wee bit of dry fitting on it. I think it's going to fit very well together, the cockpit.
That's a badass looking thing, isn't it?
It is. I got the hole underneath of it sorted out as well. Bit of more cleaning up work to be done, but
yeah,
it's fitting extremely well together.
Good.
Maybe it's because I'm taking my time at it. I don't know, but it seems to be going a lot better than some of the previous attempts.
Maybe you've got the time and you got the skills now. You know.
Yeah, could be that too.
Yeah. Well, this could open up a whole new hobby for you, a whole new side of things.
Probably. There's a couple of them I would really like to do. There's a nice Wessex I seen out there, a Chinook, and a few other nice helicopters I've seen. So hopefully this one.
Go on.
There's a few of them, like the Lynx, that 1/48 scale one by Airfix. I'd like to do it again.
Right.
Because I made a lot of bad mistakes in it.
Well, so we learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wouldn't mind trying it again now if I could get the kit again.
Yeah, sure. Is that the Herrick one again?
Yeah, it's the only one I can see belonging to the Lynx.
Oh. Well, there's lots of different manufacturers that make Lynx out there.
Yeah.
Models, depends what scale you want.
I like the 1/48 scales in them.
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of chaps on the mess. I'm just thinking, the other Malcolm Linton Ortiz. He's big on his Lynxes. I don't think he makes anything else. No, he's made lots of Lynxes in the past. I'm sure he can advise us or you on which to get if you're looking for a very good Lynx kit, perhaps. I'll link him to this show and get him to watch it. I don't think he'll be watching, but has he got an interest in helicopters then, do you think? Is that what it is?
I've always been interested in the model helicopters myself, but just never had the patience to do them for some reason. It always came to canopies and stuff like that there. It always seemed to go wrong from there on.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I was rushing them or just not taking my time. Yeah, I don't know.
Could be. It could be. Did you find your canopies all got clouded using the wrong glue or something? Maybe.
No, I don't think it was the glue. It's just every time I built them, the canopy just would not sit perfect.
Yeah.
Even on a dry fit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't sit perfect.
Yeah. And then you're a craftsman now, Gary, so you can make it fit.
And then I'd lose the head and throw it in the bin.
Yeah. And go on to something else. Go something with tracks on it. You know what you're doing then.
Yeah.
Good. Well, keep at it. Keep at it. It'll pay off at the end.
Hopefully.
It's interesting talking about that because if you've got an interest in helicopters and an interest in making model helicopters, you're going to be happy as a pig in pigland.
Yeah.
Aren't you? Dutch is the language that is.
Right.
What's it say? I don't even know how to pronounce it. No idea. Wonder if our Dutch cousins are watching, stickling scale models. They'll be the know. Oh, Wildcat is a new version of the Lynx. That's right. Yes, looks incredibly similar when you see him flying over. They got an extra pylon or something at the back.
I think so.
Yeah, I can't remember. Steph's watching I think he's got into his box set, and that's why he's not on. He's watching Man from the High Castle.
Right.
Man in the High Castle. I don't know which one it is now. The alternate reality show about if the Germans had won the war in America, won the Second World War, and it's it's all everything's Americanized, but they're all. I can't talk about it, really, can I? Without saying that.
No,
no, I can't. Without YouTube getting upset. So yes, it's an alternative reality, basically.
I think that's the one on Netflix.
Yes, that's right. The 3rd season is out. That's the one that Steph's watching. I've only watched it up to the 2nd season. And we was just saying online, just talking to him on Messenger, sorry, and they're in the opening credits. In the opening credits, there's a it's the Russian Concorde. Do you know what I mean? Is it Tupolev something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that might be quite a fun model to make. Get some. Because it's in the opening credits every single time, so obviously you see it a lot. It's quite an iconic looking thing, right? Fun model to make. Mally is in the house. Hello, Mally. How are you? And Man in the High Castle is a really old book, Thomas Charles says. Philip K. Dick, I'm reliably reminded, is missed by. Philip K. Dick, he wrote, what's really right? He wrote Blade Runner, didn't he? I think so.
I think so, aye.
Yep. Or he wrote Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which is what Blade Runner was based on. The T44 trust Thomas to know. The T44 Concorde ski came out before Concorde. It's not called a Concorde ski. No, it can't be called a Concorde ski. What's the Russian Concorde called? It's called a Concorde ski. I'm not having that. I don't think that's true. Andrew's Dream of Electric Sheep. That's right. That's the one. Hi. Yes, I'm fine. I'm all right. Thank you, Mally. I had a bit of a difficult week at the end of the last week with gallstone pain, but I am okay now. Thank you very much. What are you working on, Mally, right now? What's on the bench?
Thomas says... Sorry, Malcolm.
That's right. Go.
Thomas says that was the nickname from the press.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Thought I was being led down the garden path then.
Thomas wouldn't do that.
No. How's your lawn? Did you mow your lawn? I've been thinking about that all day.
Me and Steph came off about 2:30.
All right.
And yep. I went for a cup of tea and I looked outside and it's rained ever since, so no grass cut.
Isn't it always the raining?
Yeah. It's given a bad few days coming in now, so I mightn't get it done now till the weekend.
Yeah. I always like mowing the grass. It's quite relaxing. Is it easy to mow your grass? Are you hilly or what are you?
The front bit's very hilly now, but the back bit's all nice and flat, so I don't mind doing it.
Oh, that's good. And what have you got? Have you got to sit on one?
No, push one.
One day, Gary, I will have a sit on lawnmower. It's my bucket list. It's my dream. Be really good fun. Cut that grass for free.
It takes me about an hour or so to do it. It's not too bad.
Yeah. That's all right. Do you have to do anything else? Do you have to do the strimming and weeding and?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, the missus has good green fingers. She loves doing all that weeding and stuff.
Yeah.
My way, there'd be no plants about.
There's pure concrete with it.
Yes. Solve the whole problem.
Yeah. Done. There we go. Next. Brilliant. Right. So Thomas says he put a post up this afternoon. Yes, he did. 50 minutes ago. Looks like that.
Yeah.
You saw that?
I did.
Awesome.
He is corn talented.
Isn't he just? It just makes a big difference having that black and white. You know, amazing. It's good actually. Thomas is going to do we're thinking of doing a model photography course where Thomas can teach people how to take photographs of their models, how to light them, how to get the best angles and all that sort of thing. In the future,
Yeah,
watch this space.
That would be a very good course.
Yes, it would. Yes, stop people just having to take photographs of the models on their kitchen tables or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
You know, really nice photographs of the work that you've worked hard on. I think is important, especially at the end. You know, you want to document it, and especially now because we're not doing model shows, so no one's going to get to see your work properly. You know.
That's very true.
Yeah, it's really important to get good pictures. And Thomas is kindly going to do that for us one day. So watch this space. Mally says, I'm working on the Revel Royal Air. Oh, right. The RAF SE5A. And just got to get the paint to finish it off. Oh, was that tricky, Mally? I bet that was a hard kit to put together. Doesn't it have rigging and things? Or am I thinking of something different? Not very good on my aircraft recognition. Does it have rigging? Is it a biplane? Cannot remember. Saying that, though, one of my favorite aircraft is the Albatross DV. This one looks like made out of a boat. Saw it in the is it Hendon Museum, London, and they've done it all shiny and they've varnished up the wood and everything. It just looks amazing. Real piece of work. Have you got any aviation museums around you? Military
no,
museums?
the nearest one would be up and around the city.
There's the Ulster Aviation Museum, isn't it? It's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a wee small bit maybe in Castle Archdale, but it was for the flying boats for World War II.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. The float plane that found the Bismarck actually flew from Castle Archdale here.
Gotcha. What's that area called? The base there then?
Castle Archdale.
Oh, okay. That's what it's called. Right. Yeah, the RAF SE5. Thomas says that's the aircraft they use in the film Biggles, Adventures in Time. For his student work, he was refilming the sound effects, special effects for the film and reshooting the scenes to bring it up to date. Biggles. Gosh. Remember Biggles? His white scarf?
Yeah.
Oh, stand by your beds.
Hello.
Hi, John.
Greetings, peeps.
You all right, bud?
Yes, thank you.
Good to see you.
And you?
How you been? You been well?
Not too bad. A bit rainy here.
Yeah, same here.
Well, visitors today, so. Ooh, visitors.
Did you? Visitors. Yeah. Did you socially distance by going doing some modelling?
No.
Yeah.
No. I socially distance by being in the house. Yeah, you go over there. I will stay here.
Yes. Cough into the sleeves, please.
Yes.
Were they family, was it?
It's my other half's nephew and his partner. She's a nurse, so she's fine.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yes. We got Gary. Look.
Yes.
I can change it to my bench. We're doing similar things.
Yes.
It's the Apache brothers.
Hey, red.
So look. Yeah.
It's joined. It wasn't a bad fit at all, actually. I've never really done Revell stuff, and this thing sort of clicked together.
Good. Is it a shrunk version of the one that Gary's working on?
No, his is an expanded version of what I've got. You can't see my smug face, can you? Do you like to see my smug face?
I can imagine it. I am picturing it right now.
You lucky person.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah,
you're both at about the same kind of point as well.
Yeah, I don't know what this was supposed to be for. Whether the cockpit, the instrument panel was supposed to stick out of there, and then it's an afterthought. I'm going to fill that in. Can you see that properly? Just that bit there. So I'm just going to throw a bit of card under there, then draw around it, and then sort of glue it in.
Okay. Is that where the head-up display is supposed to be?
I don't know. If it is, it's not a very good fit.
Right. What's the front of yours look like, Gary?
There's like a wee display bit there, John. Oops.
Other end, that's the further that. Yeah, you see, he hasn't got a cutout.
Oh, yeah.
Further forward, take it backwards. You see?
Nothing there. There's different shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't yours the British one, John?
It can be, yes. Which I'll say I'm doing it as a British one.
I'm just doing this as the full yank one.
No, because this can be. I'm hoping this can be displayed with a modern British armour sig. You see.
Right.
I'll have it fly. Well, he's got the two pilots in, so it'll be above ground. because that series of pictures I sent you, or the link to, it's got a big K on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I might put something like that on and have it displayed in a way that will show that. Maybe sort of like that going forward on the ground. Or banking, something like that, so they can just see it. But I might go onto one of the forums I use and query that.
Well, they're quite acrobatic, so you could really push the roll, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Mally says about his RAF SE5. It was very tricky. Small parts, hands are shaking. It's the best I can do. I'm sure it's absolutely fine. Did you enjoy it? That's the main thing. If you enjoy building it, then you're winning. Okay. Talking about Biggles. Yeah, funny what we end up talking about. Talking about Biggles, it was filmed at Beckton Gasworks. 6 months later, Stanley Kubrick used it for Full Metal Jacket, and then later James Cameron used it for film to film Aliens there as well. There you go. TU144. Yes, that's what Thomas said. TU144. Oh, T144. TU144. Yes, Steph. It was. It's a cool looking thing, isn't it? I get some Russian decals for it or something. But I think they have. Isn't it a model in the opening credits, and it actually a picture of a model, or is it a picture of it flying along? I'm pretty sure it's a model, like on a desk or something. Quite good to make it like as a prop or something, perhaps, you know, like a prop from the show.
Right, that's what I'm doing today. Pilots.
Hey, pilots.
Pilots. Yes, pilots.
Steph says, do it as a TMITHC. Oh, okay. What does that stand for? TM. TM. No, don't know. Come on, Brainiacs. What's that stand for?
Haven't a clue.
No. Just abbreviate everything and assume that we know.
Yeah.
What was that?
Do. Steph says, evening, guys. How goes it?
Ooh. That's good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm good.
Right, let's get some green colour. Or flesh colour. Start with basic skin tone.
So TMITHC stands for the man in the high castle. I bet you're happy you did that now in shorthand, because that saved you so much time. No, what I mean is in the opening credits, the shot of the Concordski is looks like it's a desk model, right? So you could do make it up to look like it's the desk model that got filmed for the opening credits, unless my memory serves me wrong. Right, how does this go together? Number 15. Oh no. Oh no. The next bit I need is that one, and that's not been ironed.
Oh dear.
I can't carry on. Well, I can carry on, but just can't carry on in the same way as the legs. Poop. I had a problem with these instructions. I'll show you. Put them on screen. So all the way through. So the instructions are fine, no problem. That's that number, that's that number, and everything. But then there's this here, and I'm like, what is that? That doesn't replicate on mine. So what the heck is this here? Until I worked it out that is the shadow from here. Why have they done that? Why have they left shadows in? It's really thrown me. Some of the parts in the early days, I could get bits wrong because it had darker parts on it than it should have done. Very annoying. But unfortunately, this part is... Oh, that's 15. I might get away with it. And 16's the top. Yeah, I might be able to get away with it. No, I'll leave it because otherwise I won't be able to iron it properly. It's not on there. Right, I'll do the feet instead. Toes. I'm doing toes. Thomas says it's not the TU-144, it's the Japanese variant, as they invented something similar in the show. So the Russians and Anglo-Franco did not invent it. I'll get you the CGI model later, Malcolm, as it's a CGI model done in After Effects. using a video co-pilot element. Oh, okay. Ah, well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because it's a Japanese one. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Be interesting. Can it be made in the 3D printer? Well, possibly. Oh, there's a link for a photograph, which I'll look at later. And Thomas says, just buy a Concorde model and modify it parts with 3D printer. That's a good idea. Oh, one day. That's the trouble, isn't it? You start thinking of, that'd be a good idea to make. And then you start researching it. You start doing it, and then you lose interest in the thing you're doing. And all the other things that you've got lined up to do. That's the trouble. I'm so guilty of that. Get excited about other projects. I think you must have the same thing, John. You've got quite a few things on your whip shelf.
Yes. Oh, so many things on the go. So many things planned.
Yeah.
Don't know where I'm coming and going at sometimes.
At the moment, I'm trying to get hold of a sitting Rey figure from Star Wars in 1/44 scale.
What? Yes.
Nothing to do with this, of course, because I've got in my mind I'm going to be doing the Rey's house from the Star Wars film that was you first see her in. What's that called?
7.
Is it number 7?
Possibly.
What's it called?
I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to go and get something.
Yep, all right.
Get on, I think.
You're not a Star Wars fan, Gary?
No. Sorry.
Is that a definite no, or I never watched it? No.
I definitely have never watched them.
So you've never watched Star Wars, but do you never want to, or just not interested?
Something that I've never really thought of.
Okay. So in this Star Wars film, one of the female protagonists, she is using one of the old machines from the earlier films as a house. It's like a downed one that's lying in the desert. She's using it as a home, and you can get a model of that one. So you standing up. So it'd be quite cool to put it on its side and build that house that she made for herself in that scale.
Right.
But I need a figure of her because there's a scene in that film where she's by the foot, and it's quite an iconic bit of the film. She's sitting there eating. Malcolm Gary's banned from Star Wars. He'll be horrified at the blue milk. Oh, right, yeah. Well, especially the one where he's drinking it from the teat. I didn't need to put that scene in. I really didn't.
I take it that was Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Oh, cool. Thanks, Thomas. I'll look at those later on. Those links. 5. Yeah, it's a YouTube link for behind the scenes shots. And go to the 105. All right, I'll look at that. But I won't look too closely because I'll end up thinking it'd be a good idea. And then I'll lose interest in this and then all the other things I've got to do. So yeah, so I'm on the lookout for a Rey, 1/44 scale Rey. I know that if you buy the Bandai Millennium Falcon, all these things mean nothing to you, Gary. But if you buy one of the Bandai kits, they actually has a sat Rey character in there because she sits in the cockpit.
Right.
But no one I've spoken to has a spare one. So I'll keep on looking. I'm mentioning it occasionally in case someone says, "Oh, I've got one of them."
Ooh,
Would you like it, Malcolm?
I got one of them. Would you say, Gary?
Just in case somebody might have a spare one for you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. They're on Thingiverse, are they? I haven't even looked at that. Thingiverse, Thomas says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh. See, that's an area I've never even thought about exploring, or even have the time or the money to explore 3D printing. You dabble a bit, don't you, John?
I have got a 3D printer. I'm actually thinking of getting another one.
There you go.
I'm getting a resin one. One of the members of our model club has just got one. His missus got it. It's a resin one, and it's quite cheap actually.
Okay.
I mean, my PLL one, the plastic one, does okay for certain things, but it's not. It's quite old now.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you such a high resolution.
Yeah.
So oh great. But I would like the high resolution I can draw in 3D CAD.
Yeah.
There's things I want. So I'm either going to have to produce it in material so I can cast it, or print it, or both.
Yeah. I assume that the community surrounding it is quite well supported, and lots of people talk to each other about what's the best techniques and best things to use.
Yeah, I would think so. Yes.
Yeah.
There's lots of videos on it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And that's the future, isn't it? You know, like our. It's going to sound like I'm going on a tangent, but I'm really not. Our toilet, right, keeps breaking. We've got two toilets upstairs and downstairs, and they're both exactly the same, but they both keep breaking in the same way. And there's a small plastic part that controls the flow of the water when the the float thing is down, and they're always breaking all the time, and they cost, I don't know, £5 or £6 off eBay, but you must have bought like 5 or 6 at least over the couple of years. And if we just got a 3D printer, print our own.
Yep.
Just a little bit of plastic, you know, a certain shape. And if you had a 3D printer, you might have print it so it's the right size and the shape that doesn't break. I'll tell you, it'll be the end of days, though, when a 3D printer can make a 3D printer.
They can.
3D printer cannot make a 3D printer.
You can make the parts for it by people inputting stuff.
Sure, but you know what I mean. Oh, Mark's in. Hi, Mark. Evening. I got a takedown notice from Disney as I did. Matt, this is Thomas. I got a takedown notice from Disney as I got a matte painting of a scene from the film before it came out, and And Disney gave me a takedown, and I could release the image after the film preview. Oh. Where did you put it out? Where did they ask you to take it down from? Did you put it up on the website or something? There's a concept art, I guess. Oh, and the matte painting was of the download asset. Awesome. And he sent me a PM with a matte painting. Okay, I'll look. Oh, look. I look. I get all befuddled, though, with all the tabs and screens and everything else. Oh, I can just use my phone. That's a good idea. Oh, didn't I think of that? Yeah, for some reason it won't let me. It won't let me open it. Got a tiny thumbnail of it. I'll look at it later, buddy. That's not a helicopter. Yes, a tank.
That is, yes.
What scale's that?
148.
Right. Of course it is, yeah. Of course it is.
I'm just doing final touches on it before it goes back in the cabinet.
It does look nice.
Thank
You
you.
were gonna do? Weren't you gonna do it with some ambush material or something on it?
Ambush camouflage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say you were going to turn it into a diorama, or is it?
I will do. I've decided I'm not doing any dioramas until I've got all my whip finished. And I can re-look at everything and go, all right, that's going on that, and etc. etc.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to do it justice, but I want to get things finished, so I don't want to rush bits and pieces.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can re-look at things in greater detail once I've got my whip finished.
Yes, get some more space. Thomas says one of my paintings. It was one of my paintings on the Web Art Station and other pro sites. Cool. I'll take a look later on, buddy. Mark Bridges, how are you all? Yes, I'm all right, thanks.
I'm good.
I'm the best, Mark.
Gary. Yeah, sorry, Gary's good. He didn't have to mow his lawn today. Oh, you know what you could do? You could accidentally leave the gate open one night.
The goats.
I was actually thinking of that one.
Yep. And then you go, oh no, the sheep did cut my grass. Oh dear. And then, the trouble is, and all the flowers and the shrubs and everything else.
Oh dear, how did that ever happen?
Yeah.
thought you said Mark was in.
Mark is on the chat.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on the chat. He says, "How are you?"
Good.
How are you, Mark? What you doing? What you doing? I was chuckling at Mark's setup he's got for his phone. It works. So if it works, it works. It was funny though. He's got a carabiner hooked up to a bungee rope across his beams in his loft. And then hangs it from the back of that. Brilliant. Okay. So what do we all have for dinner? What's in your belly, Gary?
Burgers, chips.
That's it?
That was it tonight.
No pudding.
No pudding. She's cutting me back on the pudding.
You can go on strike and not cut the grass then.
That's what I was thinking of doing, you see, Malcolm. I think she's paying me back for Sunday.
Is she a tolerant lady?
Oh, yes, she'd want to be with me.
It's like a saint.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Those are the best ones. Right?
Yeah.
Those are the best ones. Is she a keeper? That's what they say, isn't it?
Oh, aye.
Ah, okay. So that goes like that. All right. There's a foot. A toe. I've got a toe. Yeah. Cool. Try to sort out my light today. If I have it up here, it gets really, really whited out. Down here is really, really dark, and I can't work out why it's such a high contrast between the two. Because my image is not high contrast, but I don't know. It might be something to do with the other light in the room, maybe. So because I've got a LED strip thing here, I've wrapped it in paper to diffuse it a bit. Not that it was particularly direct, but it softened it a bit. That hasn't made much difference. I think I might need new glasses again. You wear glasses, don't you, John?
I certainly do, yes.
And you, Gary?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have, I remember the day the optometrist said I had to have bifocals. I thought that was it. That was my last day on Earth. Bifocals? What are you on about? My dad has bifocals. Oh my God, I'm old. It was a real smack to my realizing how old I'm getting, So I got bifocals, but they're varifocals things, So I can read, I can see things, and I can make, but when I look up to my screen, I have to kind of crane my neck back because I can't see the screen text properly looking straight forward. I have to look up so I can look through the bit that's magnifying. So I think I need some new glasses just so that they're all magnifying rather than just bifocals. So they're great for driving, because you can look down and see how fast you're going and everything else, and then look out the window. But for working like this, I don't think they're working very well for me. I'd be right if I drop my screen so they're just down here, but they're quite high. I did hear once someone said if you lose weight, that affects your vision because of the shape of your eyeballs. Like a lens. Don't know how true that is, but kind of makes sense, I guess. It's a good excuse for not losing weight, So if I lose weight, I have to get new glasses.
I have bifocals as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had to get on with them.
It took me a while to get used to them.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely. Yeah.
Mainly for reading for me. I just cannot see the words. Well, that's my excuse anyway.
Yeah, it's a number of things, isn't it, as well? It's just the light too. You have bright lights.
Yeah.
Especially for model making and stuff,
Well, I've got varifocals.
Yes, that's it. Varifocals, yeah. That's what I got.
Excuse my French, they're bloody expensive.
Well, you got one in for both eyes, I assume.
Yes. Yeah. I had a choice of sort of $1.99 through to $5.99. No, I don't do cheap.
No. You should have gone Specsavers, John.
No.
PTSD sufferers' eyes change shape due to blood pressure. Huh. Well, it's probably not just PTSD sufferers. It's probably anyone who has a blood pressure change. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the pressure on the eye changing the shape of it. Yeah, makes sense.
I'm diabetic as well, so that doesn't help either.
No. That's no fun. When did you find that out, John?
About 8 years ago.
Okay.
It's only type 2, so it's fine.
Yeah, manageable.
Yeah.
Good. What about Mal? Has he got diabetes as well?
No.
No. Okay.
No. He's having a bit of a trauma weekend now. All week.
Is he?
Yeah. His youngest granddaughter's in hospital.
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, she's only a couple of months old.
Oh, right.
And she's just had surgery for aggressive cancerous tumor of the brain.
Wow. Crikey. Not fair, is it?
No.
Welcome to the world.
Oh, she's oblivious to it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Not nice.
It's her parents that are obviously suffering.
Yep. Is that Cornwall?
No, they're in Bristol.
Oh, right, okay.
But there's a good support network for them there anyway.
Yeah, good. Good. What you need at that time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thomas says he bought varifocals, but he hasn't seen one Vari yet. Yeah, very good. He's just noticed, Thomas says, that John is making a mini-me helicopter.
Oh, no, he hasn't.
Only just noticed. I think from what John said, that John was making Gary was making a larger version of John's helicopter. That's
yes. I started first. me. It was all about me starting first. Gary just had to follow on.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I finished my Land Rovers. Oh, what's John doing? Oh, I see. Follow the engineers.
He's following you around the playground.
Yeah. I'll have to go and get my 1/35th, 350, 1 to 350 scale war spike next. See if he does that one.
No, thanks.
Well, there is a sea warfare one build next, isn't there?
See you next, yeah.
So I might do that one. That's been sat in my stash for some time.
Thomas says, my doctor tried to break it to me that I was diabetic. And he said there was no way to sugarcoat it. What's that then? I'm running out of foam card. Well, that's annoying.
What size?
I don't know.
2 mil? 5 mil?
What's that? Cracky. I need my glasses. It's 5 mil. It doesn't matter what it is. I might end up filling this with tinfoil or something. This was from someone sent me some stuff in the post, and that was just luckily that they used foam cards, so I nicked it for this. I don't think I need to do these feet parts. It's the main foot I need to do. These are the toes. I need to do the main foot and make sure that's strong. That joint there is doing really good. That joint, that joint we did today, Thomas. It's really good. Can't go anywhere. Happy with that. Bum, 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 bum. Are you going to put any weight into the feet? Yes, I will put some weight into the feet part, which is one of these bits I've got to do. Yeah. I'll put some weight into the feet, yes. Make sure it's nice and heavy and sturdy.
What are you going to use?
Unknown.
Your plasticine.
I've got some, I've got some white tack, and I've got a load of nuts that I've been using for shaking. God, sorry, my mind. Agitators. So put some of those in. That might help. I haven't got any lead or anything. I do have some washers as well. I need to make that. And that's the thing about when we're talking about magnetizing the limbs and things, it might be a bit too heavy for it. You know, once you start to put magnets on things. No, we'll see. We will see. Thomas says, I've been busy doing my freelance counts. Nope, there's no joke in that, I don't think. That's just a fact. Isn't that clever? Look at that shape. All from one.
Is that the foot, is it?
That's the toe.
No.
That's the toe. Yep. It's really clever. Toes. Thomas, what would you recommend to use as a weight? Would you use nuts and bolts and screws and things? What would you do? Sometimes at least I ask myself, WWTC. Yes. Oh, and it quiet without Stefan and Mark.
Yeah, it's only they're noisy because they're in the hotel rooms all the time. It's all that aircon.
Not seen Dave for this week, have we?
No. He was on Monday night, but
Was he? Right.
aye, it was on Monday.
Right, yeah. Al's on today.
Yeah.
Who else?
Staff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, we had nearly 10 of us, didn't we, on Monday? 9 of us?
9.
9, yeah. James as well. Madness.
Da, 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 da.
Very good.
I know.
Da, 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 da. Right, here we go. Thomas Charles says 4 films and such like. For vans and anything with signage on, we use magnetic vinyl sheet, which you can cut out. It is self-adhesive as well, and you can use that on the limbs. No weight involved. For feet weight, use washers glued to the bottom. I suggest an L-shaped corrugated cardboard glue in as a stiffener with the washers glued on. Okay, gotcha. Yes, I know what you mean about the those thin magnet things. This is the sort of thing you've got on the use on the fridge. You know, that's a good idea. See, I knew Thomas would come up with something clever. Yes, the magnets I have, those little neodymium things, and I'd just be too strong for it. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Right.
Bob.
Hi, Dave.
Hello there.
Your ears burning.
No, she said me.
Yes.
We no, just saying how quiet it was and how trying to go through people that might be popping in.
There you go.
How are you?
Oh, not bad, you?
Yes, I'm all right, thanks. I'm good. Think we're all well.
How's your insides?
Yeah, absolutely no pain whatsoever.
Oh, that's something.
Even when I breathe really deep, there's no pain, and if I push down on my ribs here where it did hurt, there's no pain there at all. I haven't had any fat since last weekend. I've just been eating, vegetables and fruit and white bread. Lots of sugar though. Jam sandwich. But yeah, no, I feel very well. So whatever it was, we don't know yet for sure. It has gone asleep and gone quiet. So I'm hoping if it is gallstones, then I'm able to manage it with the diet that I'm on currently. So it should be okay. But it does mean I have to say goodbye to bacon butties, which is the highlight of model shows for me.
Do you eat a lot of cheese?
Do I eat a lot of cheese? Not a copious amount. I mean, we eat cheese.
Because my friend's dad, he had them, and they kept coming back, and he stopped eating cheese.
Interesting.
And that was the thing. So everyone's different, but in his case, that's what set it off.
Right. Well, if he was a big cheese eater, that might be the.
Not excessive. I mean, he would have it, say like in his sandwiches at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they went through everything like, meat and, and he found it cheese was the thing that set him off.
Right. Well, I guess, different types of fats and things, isn't there, as well? Yeah, that's interesting. So Caroline had her gallstones out a couple of years ago, and she found just the smell of like cooking meat or bacon or steak or something would set her off. Just the smell of it, because I guess her body was getting ready.
Yeah.
It's saying, right, I can smell bacon. Here we go.
Bacon.
Gallbladder, go.
Yeah.
Gallbladder ready. But yeah, no, absolutely no pain. Thank you very much for asking. All good. I'm rather chipper today, so all good. Right, Dave, what are you up to? I'm gonna full screen you right up the screeny.
Rather nasty seam lines on the canopies. So it was an evening spent about 3 hours with various sanding sticks, some toothpaste, and finally a coat of clear, and they've come out okay.
Yeah, no, that looked really good. Where was the seam? Down the middle?
Right down the middle.
Wow, gosh.
On both of them, yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, it was going backwards and forwards, gradually finer and finer grip. And then the final stage is, as I said, the fine sanding stick, bit of toothpaste, the grinding paste, and off you go.
Whose audio has just exploded? Whose is that? Is that you, John?
What's that? Cat noise.
Your audio went a bit nuts.
Did it?
Yeah.
Like aliens or something.
I thought you'd been abducted, yeah. Meow cat.
Out. My cat.
The cat. Hang on. I'll mute you, John, okay?
Hold on.
Oh, hang on. Are you going to show us a cat, are you? He's going to show us a cat, isn't he?
Sorry, Malcolm, I'm going to call it a night here, okay? Back's a wee bit sore.
Oh, of course, Mate. See you Friday.
See you later, Gary.
I see you Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Sorry, Dave. You've been usurped.
Right. Usurped with a cat. Still. There we go.
Hey, a lovely looking cat. Looks like a panther.
This is Pitch.
Hello, Pitch. Are you softy?
Oh, he just wants feeding all the time. But he is about 15, 16 years old.
Oh, right. Oh, look at.
He still goes out in the field and comes back. I don't know how. That one.
Cat hairs everywhere?
Sorry?
Cat hairs everywhere?
Not really. Quick down. Go. Now he's going to shout at me going, feed me.
Yeah. Right, Dave.
All right, I'm going to feed him.
That was the main event. Go on, mate. Show us your. So you've done the canopy. It's all got a nice seam line in it.
So there we go. Just test fitting it now.
Yeah.
So but yeah, it took several attempts.
Yeah.
Because you think you got it, and then there's still I'm just moving it around. You can see a few marks in it, but I think you'd have to be pretty unlucky to spot that. But there we go. Yeah,
it's a nightmare, isn't it? Did you notice that the canopy was like that when you when you opened the box out?
Well, just as I always check, because one of the first models I built, funnily enough, it was another Revel model, had the same issue. And it wasn't until I was just about to glue the canopy on that I'm like, I thought I'd check this time, and I'm glad I did. But so a couple of hours and just putting the flaps on as well, just a dry fit.
Yeah. And
having an in-depth discussion with Ian about the weapon loadout, because they have some weird and wonderful asymmetrical loadouts on them sometimes.
Well, Tilly might be able to help with that. No, we've got Ron. We've got Ron Milne in the wings waiting to come in.
Okay.
Do you know Ron?
No, I don't think so.
He was at the Tedworth House with us.
All right.
Okay. Yawning. Hey, Ron.
Hello.
Hi. Great to see you. Thank you very much for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, long time no see.
Very long. Way too long. Last time I spoke to you, I think you were eating fruit polos.
I've still got 2 packets of them in the cupboard.
Good Lord. You should have eaten them by now. They would have lasted about a week in my house. Oh, great to see you, mate. What are you working on?
Thank you. What am I working on?
Yeah.
I'm doing a diorama. Let me I'll switch cameras to my overhead one.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah, there we go. You can see that, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I've got this base. Let's see if I can just get a picture up on my phone what I'm trying to reproduce. Basically, I went to Romania. I went to Romania last year, but the year before, I went to the Romanian Air Force Museum in Bucharest. And the exhibits aren't in great condition because most of them are outside. And they had a MiG-29 there. And I thought, ooh, that would make a great subject for a diorama.
Yes.
And here we go.
A few months later.
So I'll stick this up. I don't know if you can see that. Camera focusing. Anyway, I'll switch back to my other camera.
Okay.
Because it autofocuses. So we've got this MiG-29.
Wow. Look at that.
Which the Romanians, in collaboration with Israeli firm, upgraded it to basically NATO standards. And they took it along to the Paris Air Show and demonstrated it. And it was painted in wacky blue and white stripes.
Yeah.
But then the Russians basically wanted to charge Romania and a lot of other former Eastern European countries that joined NATO a lot of money to maintain their MiG fleets.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons why Luftwaffe got rid of all their MiGs.
Right. Okay.
So it ended up in a museum, and over time, it has faded from the blue down to that like pale blue grey color.
Yes, I would have said it was grey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next to it, there was a MiG-21. I don't know if you Malcolm, you know my Lancer that I did with the light.
Yep.
So I thought, well, I could do them both next to each other as a diorama. So with lockdown, I thought, right, we can press on with that. So I started building the base. So it's just a foam board. Some plaster of Paris. All the curbs are made from balsa. And I've scored, I don't know if you can see, but I've scored in there, light's not catching it. I've scored the paving slabs into that surface there.
Right.
And then this area here, I've done it in rough plaster, which I'll do as like cracked concrete.
Wow. Okay.
And then today, my new toy has arrived. Which is a static grass applicator.
Gosh, that looks like a hell of a toy.
But one of the guys in my IPMS club said to me, "Watch you don't electrocute yourself." So,
yes, yeah. We had
and here was my template.
Yeah.
Which is an extra screen grab from Google Maps. So I blew it up to get it to the right size.
Yeah.
And here we have the MiG-29.
Wow. That's brilliant. Yeah, that's really great.
So I've weathered the underside, so it's still blue on the underside.
That's
But
lovely.
it's faded around as you come further up the side. You can see it starts to fade to the grey.
Yeah.
Then the grey, the white stripe, which is weathered in the image. And then I got some FOD covers online, which are photo etch.
Mm-hmm.
So they're on those
Okay.
vents top,
Yep.
and on the intakes on the underside. And I didn't think much of the ones on the for the exhaust covers. So I scratch built them myself with just bits from the kit and some brass wire.
Ah, lovely. Looks
So
really good.
That's about 90% complete.
Yes.
And then I've got the MiG-21,
Uh-huh.
which again is really heavily weathered.
Yes, another one.
Another one to add to my collection. That's 3 I've got now.
Right.
I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4 in the stash. But so it's on there, but it hasn't got undercarriage. It's on trestles. So
Okay. Yeah.
I've got some evergreen plastic strip to make those trestles.
Right. Well, looks really good. I love them. I absolutely love the fact that you picked a picture from Google Maps to match the size and printed out at 1/72 scale.
Yeah.
Really clever.
And I've got some wire so I can make the tree that goes there.
Wow. Are you going to have a little Ron taking a photograph?
I do have somewhere. I've got some 1/76 figures.
Yeah.
It's slightly out of scale, but you're not going to notice. This overhead camera is not that great for autofocus, but
Oh yeah, I can see the shape.
selection of figures there.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I love it.
And I've also printed off in front of the MiG-29. There's a little sign telling you all about the aircraft. So I've printed that off onto a sticky label, so that got into a bit of plastic card and then be mounted there.
Wow.
And I've started making paving slabs because this area here under the MiG-29 is a checkerboard of paving slabs.
Oh wow, that'll take your time.
So how I did that was I got a piece of just grey card.
Yep.
Scored it into scaled at 600 by 600 millimeters, and then just sprayed blues and greens and yellows, and then just built a coating of grey up. And then I'm just doing a painstaking task of just taking the top layer off because obviously the card's too thick at
Right.
1/72 scale.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
so
What a
that's my
job.
current project.
What a job. Well,
A
thank
long
you for
way.
coming on and showing us. That's really awesome.
I'm also building 48 scale Chinook.
Chinook. Brilliant. Where's that going to go? That's going to be a monster.
What, the Chinook?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cross that
What I'm
bridge.
really puzzled about where I'm going to put it is I've got this one to do at some point. It's a 72nd Spartan.
Ooh. Oh, nice. That's something different. Yeah. That'd be good
I've got
fun.
the Romanian markings for that as well.
Right. Oh, brilliant.
You can tell there's a bit of a theme there.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Right, I'm just going to go through the comments, Ron. Thomas says, I charge 86 quid an hour, Malcolm, and parts thereof. Righto. So any extra information I require from Thomas, I'm going to have to pay for it. Too right. Oh, yes, and I did flash this up when Dave popped in. Live from the cupboard of chastity, the larder of Arda, Mr. Dave Oliver.
What was that?
Live from the cupboard of chastity, the larder of
Cupboard
Arda.
of chastity.
Well, that's what I don't know. That's what it says. And you had a little cheeky Gordon the Gopher appearance too.
Did I? Okay.
You did. I don't think anyone noticed.
I did.
Did you? Okay.
Yes, but you like it on when you swapped to me.
Did I? I apologise.
There's me with a cat, and you got a big Gordon the Gopher sat there
Oh well.
in front of the cat.
Oh dear. Sorry about
Oh.
that. Thomas says, question for Dave. You ready?
Yeah.
Do you have to take the plane out of the cupboard to turn it around?
No.
It's
Next.
huge, he says.
Yep.
No. You've got enough space to maneuver a huge F and
Won't fit
18.
in my spray booth. That's the only issue.
Yeah, I remember you saying it's all put together, obviously, so you can't do bits. You just have to sit back a bit.
Well, what I can do is I can take down the sides, and then that will basically, give me a bit more room. But no, it's going to be tricky.
Yeah, definitely. And Thomas also says, "Oh, we're talking about cheese, weren't we?"
Yeah.
Cheese, he says, explains it. It's a French affliction. Gallstones, genius. Gall, get it?
Mhm.
Yeah, very good. Oh, and talking about polishing the canopy, toothpaste and baking soda. Thomas says,
Yes.
yeah. I have heard that one too. Toothpaste and baking soda. I guess it's the fine grit in it, isn't it, that you need? What did you?
When you hear the sanding stick start squeaking, you know that's almost you're getting the finish it needs.
Yeah. What do you use? Just a polisher?
Let's see. Basically, got to finish up one of these.
Yeah, is it like a really high grit number on it?
It's very the white is almost smooth.
Yes.
So that just takes off the that finishes it up.
Brilliant. And you use it wet or dry?
Well, I use it dry, and then again with the toothpaste, and then I just polish it with a cloth after that.
Yeah. Brilliant. No, well, what you showed us looks great. So obviously it works.
Yeah, well, it's I can't remember where might have been Flory Models. I picked that up.
Oh, the polishing, the toothpaste.
Yeah, and again, you give it, and then once that's done, give it a coat of Future, and that sort of shows it all up.
Fantastic. No, I like it. It's
Future's very. I remember getting really bad super glue. It fogs the canopy, and one of the builds I did, I just couldn't. It wouldn't stay on with normal glue, so I'd use super glue, and it fogged. Yeah. And I was just about to throw it in the bin, and I thought I'm going to try with some Future, and it worked brilliantly.
Oh, that's a good tip, then, isn't it? Because that happens a lot to people do starting up modeling. The canopy goes cloudy,
Yeah. So I don't know if it'll work with sort of modeling glue. I mean, I see no reason why not. But Future work. I was surprised. I was just about to order another one, and Future worked really good. Yeah,
no, I imagine it's a similar effect, and I guess with Future, you're just kind of recoating that gloss finish, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thomas says Clearfix as well. What's Clearfix? Is that like a PVA or something?
Isn't that Airfix or Humbrels?
Clearfix.
Just use white glue, but it's not strong enough. That's the issue. Tried using white glue and these wouldn't hold it in place. Like this won't. White glue is not going to be able to hold this. You're going to have to.
Oh right, yeah. I think Clearfix is. Yeah, I think Clearfix is the Humbrel one. You're right, Dave. But yeah, I've used PVA before. You're right, and it's just not strong enough.
It's not strong enough.
No.
I tend to use that.
Really?
Yeah.
And it doesn't cloud?
If you're very careful with it,
yes. It's
you
the
just
fumes,
make
isn't
sure that you don't get it onto. If you paint your canopy first, and you basically just let the capillary attraction pull it under where you've painted it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
But it does. For a beginner, I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the fumes coming off it that affects that plastic. So obviously, if you touch it to it, it's going to happen. But if you close the canopy up and then you seal it with it, the fumes are going to stay inside and attack. So from what I think, if you blow on it as you put the glue on, you're not going to get the fumes staying around.
Yeah.
And that has worked for me before.
Or if you leave it for a minute, they dissipate. Well, not a minute, but a couple of seconds.
Right. So let it evaporate a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Thomas says he's run out of future. Where do we get it from?
Well, there's new pledge now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the same stuff though, is it? It's
Well, no, people that have used it, it works. Similar
That's what I use.
That's the new one.
Yeah.
Is that
That's
from
fine.
just Tesco's or Asda or something?
Probably. I got that one online a few years ago, but I think you can get it
Right.
in supermarket now.
Does it work on floors? That's what I want to know. How good is
Brilliant.
it on
Never
I kicked the bottle of it over and it works. It was like an ice skating rink.
floor?
Problem is, I had to do the whole floor. I had about a 2-foot puddle of it, and I thought, "Oh, bugger!" I have to do the rest of the floor because it just looked at. Yeah, it does work. Definitely.
Yeah. I wonder if there are other hobbies where they use strange products for strange things. There must be beeswax or something. Things like that.
Well, when I did watercolors, watercolor painting course, a woman there, she used tea bags for doing. She'd dab it on, and then because she said for a kind of sepia effect, it worked really well.
Yeah. There you go.
I think it was just one of the things. I tried it. It looked terrible. She just obviously knew just how to do it. But,
yeah, the right brew. So, John, do you know Ron? John, do you know Ron?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we've met.
Ah. Dave and Ron have met before at Tidworth House when we did the
Salford, I think.
Oh right, yeah, it might have been on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Dave, what questions did you have? You had a question just before we kind of cut away from you to.
I'm just sorting out the loadout for this F-18.
Right.
And I've got some. I had a look online, and it's actually got. It's basically figuring out because there's a couple of Navy. There's like a air to air defense loadout, ground attack, and there's a ground attack stroke self defense one, which is interesting because that's got like sidewinders on the wingtips, but it's got laser guided bombs on the middle stations, and then the laser targeting system and stuff like that. So it's just figuring out what goes where, really.
Oh, okay.
But they'll have like weird asymmetrical loadouts, which look quite, I don't know, they're quite eye-catching and would be interesting.
I've always wondered if it would affect flight characteristics if you had
I suppose if they weigh the same and they're similar drag, it doesn't make that much of a difference. But again, because it's sort of magazine, really need to make sure I get it right. That's the thing.
Otherwise, there'll be letters.
Yeah, there will be. Oh, there will be.
There's counters of rivets.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I first started modelling, guy did a really nice F-15, but he had it all loaded up, full bomb load, and then he had all the inspection panels open, and it was a bit like that wouldn't happen, you know. You arm the aircraft when it's ready to go, not in the middle of a maintenance procedure. So it's just trying to get it, I don't know, a realistic setting as possible.
So Thomas Charles says he's met you before, Ron.
All right.
He says that he met you when you were younger, but that was earlier on.
You know what?
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
Have you not? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Get used to it. There's more of that to come.
Yeah, when we finish off, if anybody says "see you later, Ron," then yeah.
Ah, that's good. I remember that one.
You must get a lot of leftovers, don't you, Ron?
Leftovers.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Well, it's for Ron, isn't it? For later on. It's for
Later
Ron.
on. Gotcha. Yeah, there you go. Later on.
Do Ron.
Yeah, I haven't had that one either.
Oh, there you go. A new one. Yay. Good on,
The
John.
playground. So, Ron, do you know anything about F-18 loadouts?
Nope, but I know a man who does.
Yes.
Yeah, Steph would know.
Mr. Flurry's a bit of an expert on F-18s.
Oh, of course he is. Oh, yeah, he should be after building, 150 of them or something, wasn't it? Mad.
Why?
That was several years ago now, though. wasn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't do them now, but
I don't know. I couldn't picture myself doing. Well, one, I couldn't picture myself doing that because I'd be about the speed I build. I'd be about 100 by the time I got them finished.
You'd still be doing them.
Yeah.
Be out of service.
Yeah, plastic wouldn't exist anymore by the time I got one.
Client would say, sorry, I've 3D printed them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
so what are you
Florian's-
building?
Me?
What are you building?
Me?
Yeah.
I am building. Hang on. Let me show you. Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Oh,
This chap.
Rubicop.
Yes, this chap. He is a 1/10 scale paper
Right.
model. It's
Paper. right?
yes, it is. Yeah, paper model. I know, crazy. It's the one that I'd
At least you don't
bought.
have to do any sanding.
No, that's right. Well, there is still a bit of filling now and again when I don't quite line up the joins and things like that, and I can put a bit of PVA in. But what I'm going to be doing is, well, I'm thinking of once I've completed it, then I'll seal it with something sealable, and then I will repaint it. You know, appreciate it and all that business, and
All
put
right.
some super detail on. Now that's the theory. I mean, whether I'm losing the will to carry on at the moment, but we'll see how we get on. But yeah, it's a paper model. I don't know if you've ever built paper models before.
I have got in my collection somewhere a paper model of the Sagrada Familia. You know what that is?
I do. Yes. Has it finished?
No, it hasn't even been started.
Oh, so it's a very realistic model then.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Wow, that's that. Gosh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that would be quite something. What scale is that?
I can't remember, but it's not the whole thing. It's just the the 4 towers on the eastern transept.
Okay.
It was originally built when Gaudi was still alive.
Right. Wow. Oh, right. Yeah. Quite some time ago. So I'm at the third part at the moment. So as you can see, this is part 3. The third part concerns the back of the leg here and all the way down and all the toes. But there's quite a lot of extra bits and pieces that you have to do. And where I'm at the moment in the stage is the hang on, which way around are we? That is the thigh and the back of the knee, if you like. If you can call that a knee, like this. So I've got this, but I mean, you can see how big the thing is going to be. Look at that. Yeah. I've got the weapons over here. That's one of the weapon arms, like that, and then there's his gusset, and then yes, it's the gusset section, and that's the head. That's huge. Yeah, absolutely massive. All made of paper, and the vinyl stickers you've done for us. The foam card that I've been using is the foam card you actually sent it in. So that's what I've been using. So it's full of that.
All right.
And so it's quite sturdy, and because it's got to hold itself up. Obviously, it's got to stand up. Yeah. And if it gets slightly damp, it's just going to fall down and just be a big pile of mush.
Yeah.
So it's got some strength to it. There's a foam card through it and everything else. There's lots of little bits that I've got too that's still got to go on. So he's got like shoulder pad things,
right,
that go on here on the above the arms, and they kind of go up down in the film. I've got the weapon parts that I've built. I had to make these out of paper, but then they were way too small, so I just used bamboo skewers. And then there's these bits. These were fun. That's just like rings of paper over a cylinder, and having to cut them out as close as you possibly could to slide them over is fun. Nightmare, really. But yeah, so I've got all those bits to put on. So I'm kind of working my way through all the sub-assemblies. And the instructions aren't too bad once you get used to them, once you understand the language of what they're trying to tell you.
Right.
In that they don't try to tell you anything. It's just assemble to look like this, pretty much. You know how it is. But they have but then the card's quite good. It was from Wish. Bought it from Wish.
All right.
Card's quite good. The print's quite nice, and it's easy to cut out. It's easy to score, easy to fold. Obviously, I could, you can download the PDF yourself and print it, but there's only £9, so not bad. But it has taken me, 3 months. It's a lockdown build, isn't it? So it's taken me quite a while.
Right.
There's a couple of bits that I've gone wrong on that I will need to fix. So you can see on here, this is supposed to be straight across, and currently it's kind of got like a divot bit there. So I have to fix that. And of course, that's right at the front of the thing, isn't it? So that's going to have to be fixed.
It's not like you'll notice it.
Yeah, it's the same. It's not underneath here, But the things like this white line here shouldn't be here, but that's the edge of the paper. So there's not much you're going to do unless you're going to colour that in, and I'm going to have a go at doing that.
You could either. Well, I'll tell you, because I tried making a card. I've got a digital cutter.
Yes,
I tried making a Second World War control tower.
Oh yeah.
Of course, when you do the folds, you get that white mark on the edge.
Yeah.
Just want to see if it's in here.
There's nothing you can do about it, is there really? Unless you're cutting it out of paper that is that color.
You could either use a color pencil.
Yep.
Or use something like Flurry Wash.
Yep.
Just get a really fine paintbrush and just brush down that edge.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's right. What we have been thinking about is just getting some, like taking some of the pigment out of this paper and trying to use that maybe.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same color. But yeah, I mean, a pencil I think would be very good.
Trouble with a pencil is it might be shiny.
Yeah, that's right. And I'd have to dull coat it, wouldn't I? And if I use some paint or if I use Flory wash, it might.
The thing about the Flory wash is because it'll be slightly. It's not completely opaque, and it'll soak into the paper. So you could build it up. So if it's too light, then you could do another coat of it.
Yep.
And build it up until it's blended. Yeah,
I'd have to varnish it, wouldn't I? First, I think, to protect it, and then do it. That might be helpful. Or do you think just do it straight onto the paper?
Do it straight onto the paper and then varnish it.
Ooh, you're brave. Because that part of the robot is really iconic, isn't it? You have to get this bit right. And I have even thought about getting some sort of tight mesh or something to cover that, because the shape's there, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it is like a big microphone, isn't it? So I don't know. Might chuck it down in the bin soon. So it's a test, is what it is. Thomas, Dave, the laser targeting stuff is interesting to put on the model, as you can use clear parts, mirrors, and stuff. Really nice. It's like jewelry for an aircraft. Shiny bits.
The clear parts are in the kit.
Ah, yeah. He's used a calculator solar panel for an early warning system on the Chinook. Gives it that right color, I guess, isn't it? And Thomas says in America last year, he met a pilot from the Confederate Air Force, and they have some interesting aircraft ANC colors. Yeah. The Confederate Air Force. No, there was one.
Isn't a group of they fly restored aircraft, I think.
Right. Okay.
I think.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, it's all about aircraft jewelry. There's lots of things you can use, isn't it? Like quality street wrappers and things we've been talking about before. Yeah, the right shiny color and clear and see through. Talking about Rolos as well, weren't we? What were we talking about Rolos? Oh, the foil. That's right. You see, Ron, Dave's next project is a paper build of the Apollo lander. And yeah, he's brave. And the gold foil on it could be used. You could use the Rolos foil,
All right, yeah,
the right color. So can't wait to see that. Whether he does it or not.
Brave.
Very brave.
Hold your breath.
Get some gold leaf and do it in gold leaf.
You could, yeah. Or if you're flush, yeah. Or just buy some Rolos.
It's actually not that expensive.
No?
You can get on Amazon, I think, 100 sheets for about a tenner.
Cool. Do you have it on your cornflakes? They use it in cooking, didn't they?
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Dave. Gold leaf.
Okay.
All right. No pressure. Well, it'd be space, wouldn't it? There'd be no pressure.
They use gold leaf in cooking.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
What for?
Decoration.
Yeah, to make it look shiny and goldish.
Or it make things taste a bit rich.
Oh, Dad, you had that all set up, didn't you? Huh? You had
Yeah.
all... So it's in your note. It's in your notes under G for gold. The joke's about gold.
Oh, it's always good to turn over a new leaf.
Goodness me.
I don't know.
Words.
Can't believe it.
Carrot and stick, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm full of nuggets of useless information.
Gold, carrots. Nope. Here we go. Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas says, I pledge £20 to Models for Heroes if Dave makes his paper model.
If what?
If Dave makes your model, he's going to donate £20.
Is he? Okay. I'm not sure they'll have money by then, but there we go. That'd probably be worth about 50 pence by the time we get that.
Yeah, how much Bitcoin or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
There you go. 20 quid in it.
Right, gents, I'm going to call it a night.
All right, buddy.
You be good.
Yeah,
See
cheers,
you all
Sue.
soon.
See you again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care, John.
Bye, Thomas.
Yes, Thomas does the dad jokes, Dave. He was foiled again.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. In the NASA model display, gold is Rolo wrappers. The NASA one. It says. Foiled
But
again.
Ferrero Rocher, that's got gold wrappers, isn't it?
Oh, you scumbag. Not you, Ron, sorry. Right, oh, look what's just open. I've just filled it and it's just opened up again. Look.
Ah, fair enough.
Oh, well. As you were.
Yep, Ferrero Rocher is gold. That's quite thick, isn't it? As well.
Yeah.
You know, quite malleable and what do you call it? Bendable.
Yeah,
makeable.
but with that, you'd be really spoiling us.
Yeah.
You know, I said 100 sheets of gold leaf on Amazon was a tenner.
Yes.
I lied.
Is it the price of gold gone up, is it?
No, it's only $6.99.
Oh, it's gone down. Okay, there we go. Quick. Buy your Fort Knox worth of gold leaf.
14 centimeter by 14 centimeter sheets.
Do you think you could run that through the cutter?
What, my cutter?
Yeah.
No.
No. You'd have to put a backing on it, would you?
You would. Oh, gold, I've never used it, but I've seen people applying it to stuff, and it's so fragile because it's so thin.
Yeah. Molecule thin.
Yeah. You need like a really, really soft brush. I was actually being facetious when I was like saying doing gold leaf, but
For a Rocher is probably more sensible.
yeah.
How many for a Rochers are you going to have to eat? I can't help you on that one. Not allowed anymore. Thomas was on the Falklands Islands, and he had an ambassador's party, and he asked the ambassador where the Ferrero Rocher was. He smiled and said, "If I had £1 for every time I heard that, yeah, I bet, I bet." People of a certain age remember those adverts. They don't do them anymore, do they?
I haven't seen one in a while.
No.
Just going to mute my mic for a bit, so I turn my compressor on. I don't want to deafen everyone.
No worries, buddy. Is it testing you, Dave?
No, it's just you just again everywhere I look, there's a seam that needs dealing with, but it's getting there.
I thought you were kind of enjoying that bit. You seem to be getting on
I mean,
a roll.
It's I'm getting to the end. The airframe's almost done. Which is a good sign. But as I said, I don't know what it is. It's just like every time I look, or a seam will open up. There's a lot of seams that are kind of, you think you dealt with them, and you've got to go back and do them again.
What is it? Is it a normal plastic? Is it a problem with the glue?
Can't see anything wrong with it. I just think it's just where it's just an
kit.
I mean, you're not going to see a lot of them, but I don't know, for the sake of sod's law that someone's going to look at and say, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
So I'd just rather get it done as good as it possibly can be.
I expect no less from you, sir. Oh, yeah, talking about gold leaf. Use a blusher brush. Gold leaf is a pig to apply, Thomas says. The inside of the foil on Ferrero Rocher needs to be cleaned of the nut oil, yes. Well, we were talking about licking our models that are on, so that wouldn't be an issue. Do you clean your sprues, Dave?
Not really. I'll give this a once over when it's done.
Oh, right.
When the primer coat's on and I'm happy with it, then I'll only handle it with gloves.
Right, yep.
Because the grease from your finger, I remember doing, when I did my the Bearcat, I did it in natural metal finish. There was a fingerprint on one of the wings that I have no idea how it got there. But it showed through from the primer coat. You can just, again, you can hardly see it when the last coat of Alphad was on there, but that's what that was. It was a greasy fingerprint, and obviously it went right the way through from the primer, right the way through for 3 coats of Alphad. So,
and you know it was there.
Yeah, but so I'm just always, I'll give it a good wash down before it gets primed.
So you don't wash them before you start making it? You wait until after?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's sensible. Well, we were talking about this afternoon. It's on the Airfix instructions, which I didn't know before. It says that they recommend washing the sprues.
Well, then, I mean, I think maybe, well, if it recommends it, then yeah. But I've, as I said, I just do it before the painting process, just much to get, the grease from your fingers off the thing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
I'm just going to take a sip of tea. Cup of tea. Cheers, everyone. And my regulation rich tea biscuit.
Rich tea. What happened to the hobnobs?
Yeah. Well, someone went and got gallstones, didn't they?
Oh, dear.
So I'm on a low-fat diet, Ron.
Okay.
So that means no hobnobs anymore, and the occasional rich tea biscuit and Jaffa cakes because they're very low fat.
All right.
So I didn't know.
So does that mean that the official biscuit of Models for Heroes has to change to rich tea?
No. Well, it's
Good.
it's actually currently a chocolate hobnob. Currently.
It's a chocolate hobnob, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Did you not see the volunteer survey?
Yes, I did. Because I think I put down chocolate digestive.
Oh, well, it wasn't the most popular choice.
Yeah.
Thomas says the plastic containers the FR came in was for a Rocher came in was more useful to me as storage boxes when I was a kid. They had something of a precision fit, the way the lid closed and a clear plastic. Yeah, I remember those too. They had curved edges, didn't they? And the nice clear boxes. I do like a nice box. You ever done any packaging design, Thomas? Talking of that. Well, it's found the future. Well done. Pledge 11182. Revive it. Floor gloss. Oh, okay. Don't know. I mean, it's all different now, isn't it, than what it used to be. But if it works, do it. My webcam's gone dark again. You see that, Ron?
Oh yeah.
It goes dark after a while. I think it's because light balance goes out or something. I don't know what's going wrong with it.
What camera have you got?
Logitech C920.
All right.
Yeah,
Same as me.
that's a very good one.
I say same as me. Same as my main one. My overhead one's not. The overhead one doesn't even do autofocus.
So where have you focused on your overhead one? Is your focus on the?
It's focused to here.
Okay, cool. Well, you need a good camera for your face, don't you?
You need a good camera for your face.
Yes, absolutely. That's the most important
Especially with this face. Needs all the help it can get.
More robust than good.
That's where your Vaseline on the lens comes into handy.
Snapchat filter.
Snapchat filter, yeah. Oh, crikey. We've gone over 2 hours. Look at that. Right. Well, I think we'll close the stream there. You two chaps just stay on the stream, and I'll close it off for Facebook.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Thomas, for watching. Cheers, dude. Oh, yes, I did ask you a question, didn't I? Yes, Thomas says he was trained as a graphic design, but it was the days prior to computers. We had a guy at art college who became a paper engineer. Ooh, I know the pain. Designing packaging. I have touched upon it for prop building, but it's a different commercial as the seams are more solid and the interior is often polystyrene or plastic to make it light and looking real. Yeah, you need to have that kind of mind, don't you? In packaging design to be able to open things up and close things down. And I imagine since the use of computers in it, it's really changed from what it used to be. Because you can get these sort of things are made on computers, and then the computer will work out the plan. It wasn't that in the old days. Right, I'll close it down. Cheers, Thomas. Thanks very much for watching, buddy. And anyone else who's watching, thank you very much. And we'll see you Friday at 12. Yes, Friday at 12. Cheers. Bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.